I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go.
What's up, amazing people? I'm Sunshine. So let me let y'all in on a secret. I was not planning on doing this video. There is something extremely intimate and private and vulnerable that comes with telling the world and strangers on the internet your goals and your visions and your dreams and your plans and your intentions for the new year. Like, that's a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but here we are. I figured I'd be open and honest because one, my hard drive crashed and the video that I was planning on posting this week has hopefully temporarily disappeared. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a sign that we need to do this video that we've been going back and forth about for a while, which is resetting for the new year. And then secondly, there is something about the accountability that comes with putting it out there, putting your dreams and your goals and your plans out there. You know, it makes you feel a little bit like, all right, like let me get on top of some of this stuff. You don't want to be like, isn't that girl who said like 3 months ago on YouTube she was gonna start posting every week? I ain't seen her since. Like, you know, and even if nobody's saying that, but in your mind you're aware that that's a possibility. So it does hold you more accountable and make you feel a bit more motivated to adhere to some of the things that you're saying you're gonna do. But that back and forth about whether or not I was posting this is why it's now the 3rd week of January. So this is resetting for the new year for the late starters, for the late birds. You know how they say early bird gets the worm? Well, I don't know, I guess we getting twigs or gnats or something, but you know, it's better to start late than to never start at all. So let's get into it. 5 ways to reset for the new year. So before we get into the actual goal planning and vision boarding and all those strategic aesthetic things that we love so much about, you know, planning for the new year, we need to do step 1, which is declutter your physical space. Because how you gonna wake up and write about, oh, I'm gonna be so successful and awesome this year, waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, going to the gym, drinking my celery, cilantro smoothie, and gonna take on the day with a bag of like Cheetos next to you that's been there for like 3 days. Like that's not convincing. Like those two things don't align with each other. We ain't coming into the new year like that. So personally, I also just like to clean and clear my space when I'm doing anything like goal planning or vision planning, because it just makes me feel more optimistic, positive, organized, less stressed, more comfortable. And the last things you want to feel planning out your future and visualizing your future is stressed, pessimistic, disorganized, uncomfortable. And our brains and our minds are so powerful. Our environment has a direct impact on the way that we take in the world and perceive the world, as well as the energy that we then put out into it. So you want some peace and order in your new year? Well, first let's get some peace and order in our home, and then we'll talk about it. And y'all know how to clean your home, but you know, this means hanging up your clothes, washing your dishes. Personally, I just made a plan to clean every room in my house.
Something to buy, da ba da bug, yeah. Da ba da bum ba buy, da bum buy, da ba yeah. Set the potato, da ba da da. Boy, yeah. Sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. Sunlight that always stays in and by the waterway. It's that sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. I never wanna go home, go home.
And then there's a sub point here. While we're cleaning, we're going to also decide what to let go. When you're cleaning, go through your closet, your clothes, your shoes, your junk drawers that you haven't touched in 2 years, and decide what you no longer need and throw it out. Recycle, give it away, whatever the case may be, but get rid of, remove from your space everything that no longer serves you. And y'all don't want to hear this, but you do not need 6 pairs of scissors. You do not need 272 used ink pens that may or may not write or work anymore. You do not need those corroded batteries at the back of your junk drawer that you think still got a little juice left in them. Like, let it go. If you get rid of half of the 6 pairs of scissors that you have, and for whatever reason 3 is not enough and you just really need another pair of scissors, you can go to the store down the street and get you another pair of scissors if that day ever comes, like 3 years from now, where you really just need 4 pairs. reduce, get rid of all this excess. You don't need as much as you think you do. And I'm talking to myself even like more than I'm talking to y'all right now, because like I gotta work on these types of things. But let go of what no longer serves you and move on. And in case you're not convinced, another huge benefit of not only cleaning and organizing your physical space at the start of the new year, but also keeping it clean and organized throughout the year, of course, is that it gives you the chance to be able to trick yourself. Even like in those moments where you feel like you don't have your stuff together, or like you may genuinely be a mess right now, right? You know, you may actually not have it together. But hear me out. But if you come home every day to a clean house, to an organized space, you can fool yourself. Like, you can fool yourself. Your brain is constantly taking in and processing information from your environment. And if your brain is every day when you wake up in the morning, or every day when you walk into the door, actually probably most of y'all work from home these days, gosh, I don't know, but whatever. Every day when you walk into your home, like, and your brain is processing information of clean, order, organization, calm, peace, your brain is going to embed those feelings into you of that order, peace, and calm that it's continually taking in from your environment. And the mind is so powerful. I say this all the time, but the more you process feelings like that, the more you will genuinely believe it. And the more you believe it, the more you are going to project those feelings into your everyday actions. Now, all of a sudden, your actions are aligned with calm and peace and order and organization, because that's the feelings that your environment is feeding you. That's the energy that your environment is giving to you, and that's the energy that you will then put out into the world. And the more you project those feelings into your everyday actions, the more it becomes a reality. Your life will start to actually look like that. Your reality will start to reflect that into what we then put out, not just now in our homes, but at work, at school, in our businesses, and whatever that we are doing in our passions. We will project these feelings because we are used to taking them into our environment. These feelings are comfortable. This ain't nothing new. Like sorry. Got caught up. Like, shoot, I know order, I know organization, because I wake up to it every day. I'm around it every day. I feel confident to do this job at work, and I know how to organize for these tasks because organization is embedded in my brain because of the lifestyle that I live. It goes, it's serious, y'all. It's serious. Like, you gonna look around like, what was I so stressed about? Like, a chick who ain't got her life together does not have a fridge this clean and windows this spotless. Like, clearly I'm a woman with my head on straight. Let's get it. Like, come on. This is gonna be a great year. Your brain is going to tell you more positive things and make you feel like you are in control of your circumstances, because if you can control your physical space, that's the first step. Controlling your physical and your mental are hand in hand. But on the flip side, the opposite is also true. If your home is a mess, if your house is a mess, if your environment, your space, like, I ain't even gonna get into it on a deeper level, but your relationships, the people that you hang around, that's another word, but if too much around you is chaotic and stressful and clutter, like, and your brain is constantly taking that in and processing that and embedding that into yourself, what do you think that you're gonna put out in the world? If you take in chaos, what do you think you're gonna put out? My daddy always says, like, show me who you run with and I'll show you who you are. That comes with people, but right now I'm going to use it for your home, your environment. Show me what your house looks like, and don't actually, because like that's personal, but like, show me what your space looks like, and that is a direct reflection of you. Your home, your space, your environment is a direct reflection of you. So how do you want your space to reflect you in the new year? Oof, child. Got a little real. I feel triggered myself. I feel seen. This tea good now. So now that we have our physical space decluttered, it is time to declutter your digital space. So Insider Intelligence reported a couple months ago that the average US adult spent 8 hours and 9 minutes every single day with digital media in 2022. And that is projected to be 8 hours and 20 minutes every single day with digital media in 2023. That is a lot of time. This includes smartphones, computers, TV, streaming services, emails, text, YouTube, social networks, playing video games on your hoverboard, whatever the kids doing these days, I don't know, but we just getting closer and closer to the Jetsons every day. That reference gonna go over a couple of you young blood heads. Some of y'all not gonna be old enough for that reference. But if you think about how much time we spend in our lives interacting with digital media, then it follows that disorganization and disorder in our digital spaces is just as cumbersome as disorganization and disorder in our physical spaces. Yeah, y'all like that word, don't ya? Cumbersome. 50 Cent word of the day. So this includes organizing your desktop and your computer files, backing up all your photos and data, which I wish I had backed up mine, but anywho, this video is about moving forward, looking forward. Cleaning out your email. Look. Okay, I'm a huge hypocrite because look, I am not about to clear out my email. My email a couple years ago, just my lifetime, has gotten to a point where it is just ridiculous. I have like 76,000 unread emails. And you want to know what I'm not about to tackle today? It's 76 freaking thousand emails. Like, nah, bro. Like, you got it. Let me pull out my phone. Think I'm playing. 65,668 emails. Wait, make sure y'all ain't seeing nothing else on my phone. I'm stupid. Oh, and it's increasing. 75,670. I love that for me. Yes. And like, so at this point, I just gotta like throw away the entire Gmail and just start over. Like, I ain't about to do it. And that would drive most people insane. Like, most people who look over my shoulder and they see all those unread emails, they get stressed for me. They're like, oh my God, this is driving me crazy, which is fine. Because it doesn't drive me crazy. I actually, like, believe it or not, I see and read what I need to see and read. And everything else, like, I just read the title and I know whether or not it needs to be opened. And that's that. But one day I'm going to just start over on all that, but it's not today. Like, it's literally not going to be today. But y'all go ahead and do that, because that's good. You should do that. Be better than me. Do better than me. Do what they say. Do as I say, not as I do. And then so we're also going to throw out a sub point for step 2, same way we did for step 1, which is decide what to let go. Same sub point. I like to call this the unsubscribe and unfollow. We are going to unsubscribe from every page, person, channel, etc. that does not make us feel inspired, that does not make us feel motivated or good about ourselves, that is not part of our future. If you still follow old friends or exes that every time they like pop up on your timeline, it kind of make you feel a type of way, like, cut it off. Unfollow them. If you're following strangers or influencers that like are posting the picture perfect, glitzy, glamorous lifestyle, and every time it pops up on your timeline or every time it pops up on your feed, it makes you feel like you're not where you want to be in life, or makes you feel a certain level of like envy and jealousy, like, be honest with yourself about those feelings, process those feelings, and cut it off. Unfollow. You don't need it. It doesn't serve you. Instead of like, if you got snacks in the house and you're trying to not eat snacks, instead of trying to force yourself to like keep them snacks in the house and not eat them, just try to force yourself, like, I ain't gonna touch them Doritos. Like, them Doritos ain't gonna see me. Instead of doing that to yourself, just like take the Doritos out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't Don't continue to have things in your space that do not bring you joy, or even worse, like take away your joy. Like, we ain't coming in with that energy in 2023. We're not. And instead of just unfollow, how about we unfollow and replace? Replace it with a self-care page that's posting like quotes and affirmations. Every time you pop up your phone, every time you open up your Instagram app, it's like, you the best. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Every time you open up your app, it's just like, you the best, girl. Yes, do that thing. We see you. I mean, there's typically a lot more deep than that. Like, follow and replace with things that give you life and inspiration. Follow some pages or influencers that are sharing a more like genuine, authentic version of their journey that shows the ups and downs, that's more relatable and encouraging to you and makes you feel motivated that you're not like in this alone with whatever you got going. Like, there are different pages and people that you can follow that will bring life and joy and sustenance and inspiration into your space and into your mind, into what you take in. Because again, what you take in, you put out. And especially unexpectedly take in things. Because when you're scrolling on social media, like, you can't control what pops up next. You could be having a great day, and all of a sudden, like, you see something that just, I don't know, throws you off, makes you feel weird, kind of ruins the next 2 hours, or just puts a damper on your evening. We don't need it. We just don't need it. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Unfollow, unsubscribe, and replace. You can even replace it with a page that is like popping up every now and then that says, hey, you've been scrolling too long. Put your phone down and go outside. Like, I follow pages like that, and it is highly effective. Anytime I think it is like 98% effective. Anytime I am on social media and something pops up that says, hey, get off social media, you've been on it for too long, like, I immediately put my phone down. I feel like chastised or scolded. I'm like, oh, like a hand caught in the cookie jar. But it is highly effective. So anything uninspiring can go. And look, there's one more part of unsubscribe, okay? I'm gonna need y'all, okay, look. I'm gonna need y'all to go into your Apple settings, or if you don't have a iPhone, go into your bank transactions or whatever financial app that you use and check your subscriptions and your recurring transactions. I promise you, there is probably at least one subscription that you are still paying for that you do not use, probably haven't used in a super long time, probably completely forgot you like ever subscribe, and that is taking money out of your account every single month. That is also part of the unsubscribe rule is to save yourself some coins and unsubscribe from all these things that you are no longer using or needing. Like, sis, you married with 2 kids and you still paying for Tinder Premium and don't even know it. Like, it's time to go through that and and clear those out. And bonus step 5, plant care. It's time to cut off the dead leaves on our plants, prune those leaves, water them, wipe down the dust from the leaves, repot them. It's time to finally throw out the dead plants that you haven't been able to save. Thanks for watching part 1 of Resetting for the New Year. Part 2 will be out in a few days. Please like this video if it was helpful, comment ways that you've reset for the new year, and subscribe if you want to see more.